Welcome to my channel. This is Tina, the girl in the garden, and today I'm doing a new canning project, and I'm making home-style corn relish from the Ball Canning book. If you've been following along, you know this is the first year I really done any canning, and basically trying to figure out what to do when I have a harvest, how to keep those vegetables, fruits from going bad and being able to use them all year long. So, with that being said, I've got a lot of pickling cucumbers and squash that I am still working on. We have done zesty zucchini relish. That was good. And what else did we... Oh, I did some dill pickles from the Ball Canning book as well. And those were okay. They've got a nice punch of dill at the beginning, but the behind the scenes flavor is sweet, and I'm not a big sweet pickle person. But I'll use them. I'm going to try another recipe. So if you're interested in seeing another recipe for pickles, hit that subscribe button. I'm sitting here showing you corn because that's what we're working on today. I did not grow the corn. My store had to sell 5 cents per ear, and the limit was 10 ears. I did that once before, I think. Sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. It was, I could get 20 ears. So that's all in the freezer. This is the recent sell, and I did get 10, and I only need, how many? Oh, I need 8 cups. Let's hope I have 8 cups there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to cut down the recipe. And then everything else I had to buy. My peppers are not here yet. I didn't grow celery. Started getting my jars out. So I'm going to gather up everything I need. I need white vinegar, sugar, salt, onions, which I don't have out, dry mustard, celery seeds, ground turmeric, water, and clear gel, which I just got yesterday. So let me gather everything up and get started. And I'm going to chop all my vegetables first. And by looking at this, the corn, red and green peppers, celery, and onion can all go in here and get mixed up. But I do have to measure this out first to make sure I have 8 cups. All right, let me get started. Whew, that was a lot of chopping. All right, I did chop all my vegetables. I wanted to make sure I had enough of everything. I did. Let's see. I think I forgot to tell you that the recipe said you can use either fresh or frozen corn. If it's frozen, it's got to be thawed. Of course, I used fresh. Like I said, I got them at the store at a very cheap price. What I didn't tell you was we actually roasted the ears on the grill, hoping to give this a little smoky flavor. We'll see how it turns out. The bell peppers each were about a cup, so that was perfect. I had celery, which I usually never have celery on hand. Had just enough for my 1 3/4 cups. And my onion was a cup, so that was a homegrown onion. I think that's the only thing homegrown in there. Now I'm going to continue gathering up all my stuff. I got my jars and lids in on the stove warming up. Let me gather all the other ingredients so we can get going. All right, I did have to pause because I thought I had dry mustard and celery seed, and I did not. So I had to run to the store. Still didn't find any dry mustard. So I quickly ground up my own. So I've got me a little mess back here. That's okay. But I've got everything out here now, everything that I need. Excuse me. And I'm going to move forward with making our home-style corn relish. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine vinegar, sugar, and salt. I'm going to bring to a boil to dissolve the sugar, and then gradually add the corn, green peppers, all that mixture. So, and I have to maintain a constant boil. And then after I do that, I'm going to add in the mustard, celery seeds, and turmeric. Turmeric, however you say that word. And then I'm going to combine the clear gel with some water to make a paste, and I'm going to stir that in the vegetables. All right, I don't know how quickly this will go or if I'll remember to pick the camera back up. So I just wanted to kind of tell you what I'm doing in case I miss showing you a step. All right, I'll be back. All right, I have started adding the corn and bell pepper mixture. Every time I put some in, I gotta wait for it to come back up to a boil. So that's what I'm doing in between. I'm doing about a cup at a time, and I'm gonna keep going. All right, we're all in there, we're boiling. This was supposed to make a paste. It didn't make a paste. Runny. I'm gonna use it. We're gonna see what happens. Let's get going. All right, we've got 5 minutes to go. Look how bright yellow and red that is. You can't see the green ones. Just there's more red ones than there is green ones, so I guess that's why. Smells good too. All right, we got about 4 minutes left now. All right, now we're ready to can. This was the part that I'm like, I don't know if I could do this part by myself. All right, well, I have no choice but to do it by myself. So let's get the jars out and get them filled. All right, jars are filled. I misread. I have more relish left. But we're going to get these processed. And I think it's 15 or 20 minutes. I'll be back. All right, we're at the end of processing. I got to let it sit for 5 minutes. As you can see all that steam, there's a nice little breeze blowing through my house. I'm hoping this turned out. I don't see any corn floating in the water. All right, see you in 5 minutes. All right, it's been 5 minutes and my corn relish has come out. You can see it's still bubbling in there. That is just so fun. I did hear 2 pings. That's good. So I guess I'm going to let these cool off and I'm going to open a jar and we're going to taste it and see what it tastes like. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Guess what time it is? It's time to break into a jar of our corn relish and check it out. All right, I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but let's give it a little taste. That's different. That's good. Ooh, it's kind of tangy, but that's good. How do you use corn relish? I'm like, oh, that would, you know how people do the pepper jelly over cream cheese? This would be good with cream cheese. I think that would add some tartness, like if you mixed it in with your like tuna salad. You could use it as just a dip like this with corn chips or crackers. That is good. You remember how I used the zucchini relish on the hot dog? This would be good on a hot dog. I like that. Anyway, that's it for our corn relish. I am done, and I'm going to get everything picked up and cleaned up. My dishwasher broke, so it's all hand washing until I get that replaced. But thanks for sticking around with me, Tina, the girl in the garden, and joining me on my journey of learning to can and get my food processed. I think I'm going to have some more of that. All right, folks, thanks again. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share my video, subscribe to my channel so you can continue on the journey with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.